Three West African states ruled by military leaders have announced visa-free travel and residence rights for citizens in the 15th member regional bloc ECOWAS. Ahead of the trio leaving the group, the leaders of the states Burkina Faso, Mali and Niger said that the visa and residence decision had been taken in the spirit of friendship and to strengthen centuries-old ties among African people. This is a tremendous one. I commend the three of them. This is awesome. Unlike the ECOWAS that has been telling us that in 39 years' time that Africa will be border-free, when the whole world would have built whatsoever it is in the space, that is when we will start making Africa border-free in 39 years time, of which it will no longer be relevant because most of us won't even be alive, and at that time the other parts of the world would have gone so far in advancement. The trio planned to withdraw from ECOWAS in January after refusing the bloc's demand to restore democratic rule. ECOWAS leaders are meeting in Nigeria to discuss the decision with fears their withdrawal will be a major blow to regional unity and efforts to boost economic and security cooperation. At the opening of the summit, ECOWAS Commission head Omar Tro said their impending exit was disheartening, but he wanted to commend the ongoing mediation efforts, AFP News reported. Senegal's President Diomaye Faye has spearheaded efforts to persuade the military juntas to remain in the bloc, but they have refused. After a ministerial-level meeting on Friday in Niger's capital, Niamey, the three states said in a joint statement that their decision was irreversible. I totally concur to them. I totally stand with them. And any reasonable African will stand by them, because it took them a whole lot of lives were lost for them to free themselves totally from the last imperialist chain, even though we know that the imperialists have been doing whatsoever it will take for them to get their feet back into this country. So them returning to ECOWAS is like they are going back to their vomit. It's like they are embracing that which cost their country a whole lot of lives, a whole lot of destruction of all parties to free themselves from. Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger were founding members of ECOWAS in 1975. With their planned departure, the bloc will lose 76 million of its 446 million people and more than half of its total geographical land area. So, you see, now ECOWAS are beginning to understand the importance of these three countries. But I totally understand these three countries. Going back to ECOWAS is like they're going back to that which they fought so hard to liberate themselves from. It's like they're going back to their own vomit, which is not advisable.